All right, I'm Dr. Osborne, as you remember me from your doctor's report, and I just want to take a few minutes before we go over your home care exercises and we get you really started off on your life-changing experience here at Discover Chiropractic. I want to let you know that you really started a very special process, and what I want to make sure is that the way we start something is the way that we finish it. So we want to start off strong so that we can get the corrections, so that we can get the interference away from your nervous system, so that you can literally function and have the life that you're intended to live. So to do this, today what we're going to do is I'm going to introduce to you some of the tools that we're going to be using to do this. First of all, this is going to be called your Wobble Disk. And so studies show that you need to have 5 to 7 minutes of full spine range of motion exercise every single day for your spine to be healthy. And what happens is when we use this Wobble Disk, and we'll instruct you how to do this before you get adjusted, and you'll also do this wobbling at home. But when you do the Wobble Disk, what it's going to do is it's going to give you that full spine range of motion. It's going to stimulate the spine. It's going to stimulate your brain, so your brain's going to function better. It's going to increase oxygen and nutrition going to your brain. But not only that, it's going to cause a pumping of the discs, which are going to rehydrate those discs, not only having them last longer, but to actually help them heal. This is a critical component of your home care there. We will actually be blowing up this, so it'll be a little bit bigger. This is something that you're going to be doing in the morning and in the evening at home. Second thing that we're going to have you take a look at is this. I know it looks a little funny, but this is what's called your cervical traction unit. And your cervical traction unit, you're going to get a little attachment that's going to hang on the door. On the door, and it'll hang down like this, and we'll instruct you how to use this momentarily. But the key for the cervical traction is think about what our life looks like right now. We spend so much time with our heads forward or on our computers in a crouch forward position. And as you looked at your x-rays, you'll see many times we have reversals of our curve, or our head is in that nursing home posture that we talked about. So just remember, when you're doing this exercise, one of the key things is you should feel a nice stretch going from the base of your skull down to the bottom of your neck. It's designed to lengthen the spine. It's designed to hydrate those discs to be able to heal, help, and regenerate that spine. We call this our arc of life regeneration protocol. Now, one of the big keys and things that people have challenges with, they think that more is better. We don't want to hang ourselves on this. What we want to be able to do is we want to stretch, and we're going to instruct you. You should never have more than 70% of the weight on your. You should have about 70% of the weight on your hands, and only 30% of it on your neck. The next thing that I want to introduce you to is this. This right here is one of the most critical parts of your care in this office. If you have any forward head posture or loss of curve, it's going to be absolutely necessary that not only do you do this at home, but you also do it in the office. It looks a little bit funny, but it's one of those things when we do the hard things first, then the easy things get easier. And what we really want to do is we want to invest your time and your energy over the next 90 days to be able to have the greatest results possible. And this is one of the key factors that separates our office and our results from other offices. The head weights, they have a weight in the front. The weight is designed to take your head and to bring it back and to strengthen the muscles in front and to retrain your brain to be able to hold it in a new position. The next thing that I want to show you is we have 2 sets of rolls right here. These rolls are cervical traction rolls. The average person sleeps about 2,920 hours per year. So one of the biggest things, the most important things during this process is that is the time when your brain actually comes alive. All other processes in your body slow down at night except for your nervous system. Your nervous system comes alive. Your brain controls the function of your entire body. It's absolutely essential that we actually have a nice smooth curve in here. So that's why we have these rolls. We have 2 stages. We have an initial stage, which to help you get used to it, and we have a firmer roll, which will allow you to be able to make greater changes. It might be uncomfortable at first. I understand that. You might be a little bit sore. I understand that. You might even get some numbness, or you might feel like you might get a headache from it. It's not where we are, it's where we're going. And so what I want you to do in this is to imagine as you're laying on these rolls, what your neck is going to look like if you lay on them every single night. So we'll start off at 20 minutes and we'll work our way up there. My goal is to be able to have you sleep almost all the way through the night on these rolls. Your rolls might get a little worn out. If they get worn out, tell me, we're going to high five, because I know you've been using your rolls, and we'll get you some new ones there. The last thing that I really want to go over with you is, this is probably the most important thing, it's frequency. Everything's about a habit. What your spine is just a reflection of everything that you've done up to this point in your life. And so if we want to see massive changes in your spine, if we want to see massive changes in your health, we have to make massive changes in our habits. And so your exercises are going to need to be performed at a minimum of 2 times a day, in the morning and in the afternoon. And if we miss one of those, we need to make that up sometime during that day, because what our studies have been showing us is that if you miss a day, you go back 50% in your progress. If you miss 2 days, it's 75%. And if you miss 3 days, we need to start all over again there to be able to have optimum results. So I want to make sure I'm very clear about the importance of these exercises. They're not just exercises of something to do to waste time. They're exercises of something to do to change and transform your life. If you have any questions, if you have any challenges whatsoever, every single one of my team members is here to be able to help and support you. So I'm looking forward to seeing you at the beginning of this process like today, and I can't wait to get to the end of this process where we have maximum correction, and to be able to look forward in the next 20 and 30 years from now to be able to help you live that maximum life that you're here for. Have a great day.